We live in a world where we are constantly deluged with numbers, facts, figures and statistics. In a time of data overload, the buzzword is now data visualization. This is the Information is Beautiful studio, and data visualization is their business.
Data visualization is big at the moment, largely because of the amount of data that is being recorded by lots of different organisations. I think that is a key part of the interest in data visualization, where people are amassing data, whether it's governments or health organisations or Google or Facebook. There are patterns and connections within that data that are very difficult to see or spot without using some kind of technique to visualise those patterns. And that's where we work. We look at masses of data. Occasionally it's smaller pieces of data, but largely it's about looking at the patterns and connections that exist within that data and making them apparent to people. And we have a particular niche within the small industry that already exists around data visualization. The three partners who run the business are all journalists by trade. That's what our backgrounds are. And we have a very journalistic approach to the work that we do. So that's the difference between us and other studios that are out there. The story is at the heart of everything that we do, and the design and the research and all the data is pulled together to support that story. We talk about two different types of visualizations. We have explanatory pieces and exploratory pieces. An explanatory piece is about getting a message across a bit more quickly, and we want people to be able to look at that and recognize what is going on fairly quickly. An exploratory piece is something where people need to spend a bit more time with it, start to extract their own stories from the data that's being presented to them. And usually there's a lot of different contextual information in there that might shine a light on another piece of information and give you a slightly different angle on it, but it is about spending a bit more time with that piece.
The team use many different sources of data to create their pieces. Sometimes data is drawn from institutions like the United Nations or World Health Organization, and sometimes clients provide their own data.
Most of the data that we source is openly available. We only really want to use open data in the pieces that we create, and we always link to our data sheets. We're very transparent about our process, and we want people to be able to examine the data that we use, so that if there is problems with it or people suspect there may be something not quite right about our data, it's there for them to explore and look at themselves. Things that we try and avoid through the process of visualization is confusion. Trying to present too much data can often be a problem. So it's walking the line between simplicity and complexity. It's how you tailor the piece to tell the story that you're trying to tell with the minimum of complexity. And we also try to avoid too many words. These are supposed to be visual pieces, so words play a much smaller part in the type of work that we do. So it's kind of paring back everything to only keep the essentials to get the message across.